Gina explores the secrets of her past as Season 3 comes to a close. Heroes of the Revolution was directed by Gabrielle Beaumont and was written by John Schulian from a story idea by Dick Wolf. This is the Season 3 finale, so let's get into it. In 1961 Havana, Gina's young widowed mother Elena, played by Sandra Santiago in a dual role, arrives at the nightclub where she works and greets her East German communist boyfriend Klaus, who is played by popular Dutch actor Jeroen Krabbe, known in the US for The Fugitive and many other roles. Klaus, who has been looking after baby Gina, proposes marriage to Elena right before she takes the stage and sings an impassioned rendition of the Cole Porter jazz standard Begin the Begin. Yes, that is Sandra Santiago singing, because absolutely everyone on Miami Vice sings. Obviously, both Philip Michael Thomas and Don Johnson released albums during their time on the show, and while both gentlemen have lovely singing voices, Santiago blows them out of the water. She is great. A vengeful ex-boyfriend, Comandante Pedrosa, played by Shawn Elliott, shoots and kills Elena mid-performance. In 1987 Miami, Vice is investigating Pedrosa, who owns an import-export business that serves as a cover for his cocaine smuggling enterprise. Switek notices that a mysterious stranger, who is clearly Klaus, has Pedrosa under surveillance. Crockett and Tubbs trail Pedrosa's henchman Garby to the airport and follow him to New York, where they trail him to the Cuban diplomatic mission to the UN. Crockett and Tubbs arrest Garby when he returns to Miami, but Garby bites down on a cyanide capsule and kills himself, which seems like a pretty extreme reaction to a drug bust. Castillo consults with the FBI, which has a long history with Pedrosa, dating back to his time as one of Castro's key allies in Cuba. From Switek's surveillance photos, the FBI identify Klaus as an East German spy and probable assassin. Pedrosa notices he's being trailed by Klaus, so he orders his henchmen to kill him. Gina and Trudy, who are shadowing Pedrosa's henchmen, intercede, and Klaus escapes after noticing Gina. He's clearly struck by her resemblance to her mother. Gina returns home and finds Klaus casually hanging out in her apartment. He shows her a photo of himself with her mother and tells her all about Elena's death. He vows to kill Pedrosa to avenge Elena. Vice is helping the FBI search for Klaus. Gina neglects to mention she's been contacted by Klaus and indeed is secretly continuing to meet with him. Klaus asks Gina to help him lure Pedrosa out in the open. He suggests she audition as a singer at a jazz club that Pedrosa sometimes visits. At the audition, Gina sings Stormy Weather quite beautifully and books the gig. She has an attack of conscience and tells Castillo about her interactions with Klaus. Castillo takes her off of active duty because of her personal connection to the case, which frees her up to pursue her side gig as a jazz singer. Pedrosa visits the nightclub where Gina sings Someone to Watch Over Me. He's immediately drawn to her because, of course, she's the spitting image of her mother. Klaus tells Gina that Pedrosa knows he's in Miami and thus will be keeping a close eye on Gina. When Gina objects to his plan to kill Pedrosa, Klaus offers up a compromise. He'll lure Pedrosa to the nightclub and give Gina the chance to arrest him. And sure enough, both Pedrosa and Klaus show up at the nightclub while Gina is singing Stormy Weather again. Gina shoots and kills Pedrosa to save Klaus, who escapes before Vice can take him into custody. Gina watches Klaus leave without arresting him. This episode's fine, but it's really only noteworthy for Sandra Santiago's singing, which is world class. For a season finale, it's anticlimactic. The mutual vendetta between Pedrosa and Klaus could be pretty gripping, but it's cluttered up by a lot of fuzzy plotting involving the FBI and the East German government and Castro and kind of a hazy, generalized 1980s fear of communism. And I'm still not 100% clear on why Pedrosa's henchman killed himself with a cyanide capsule, but Santiago is very good, as is Jeroen Krabbe as Klaus, so 3 flamingos. Next time we're going to dive right into Season 4 with the introduction to Frank Mosca, a legendary Miami Vice villain played by Stanley Tucci. Thank you for sticking with me through the ups and downs of Season 3, and I hope to meet you back here later. Goodbye.